Hello everyone, welcome to episode 3 of The Legend of Bardock, the Super Saiyan. Now then, let's get it. So, we last left off with Zarbon taking a dozen men to go find Bardock and his squad and Guinea and Kakarot. Now then, Bardock, he's heading back from... He's still going to to the planet that that Fasha, Tora, and all them went to, right? And on the way there, he encounters this ship. This ship looks like a meteor. Yeah, meteor. And so on that ship, there is a guy that looks like Frieza, that his name is Comet, you know? And, yeah, and Comet is bigger than Frieza, and kinder than Frieza. He just tells Bardock, he says why he's, like, in this sort of area, because this area is sort of like unclaimed, so he technically owns this area of this galaxy, but not really. He just says that he does, but he really doesn't. Sort of like Frieza gave him this land, sort of place, but no one really knows and whatnot, so it's sort of like that. And Bardock asks, "What are you doing? Why am I here? Why did you bring me into your spaceship," or whatever this is called? And Comet says, "Well, I brought you in here because I wanted to tell you something." And Bardock says, "Okay, fine, what is it?" And they talk about him Comet telling Bardock that Frieza is going to blow up their planet in about a couple days. Yeah. Suck to be them. And Bardock says, "Okay, well, why can't you stop him?" Comet says, "Well, actually, I never thought of that." And Bardock says, "No wonder he gave you such a small area of space." And Bardock leaves. Comet is just standing there thinking of what he just said. So, after he leaves, he's like, "You know what? Let me go to Frieza and convince him not to, you know?" And now he turns the meteor ship, whatever thing it is, he turns it around. He goes to Planet Frieza goes to Frieza. And now let's switch it back to Bardock. Bardock, he's back in his spaceship. He's going back to the rock planet, right? No, I'm just gonna call it the rock planet because it's basically rocks, but there's also creatures on it. The rock planet. Why not? And plants, you know. He gets back, and because he gets back, Guinea was terrified because he got back like 4 or 5 hours after they landed, so it's like, you know, like being a mother not seeing your husband for a decently long time. She's not like terrified of her not seeing him, but it's like because she's used to it, you know. But it's like, you know, because they're all under a threat of being killed and whatnot, because Zarbon is after them. And Bardock gets back, and goes to Gine, tells him what just happened. Tells him what happened. And she is surprised that there's other people that are similar to Frieza, but not exactly, you know? So, she goes back into the cave. They both go into the cave and see that Bogos, Shigesh, and Fasha are just sitting there drinking water. Not drinking, you know? But just drinking water and not touching their food. So they think it's weird that they're not doing that. So Bardock asks, hey, why aren't you guys eating? And they say that they're waiting on him. So he sits down and they start chowing down everybody. And they live like this for like... Bardock also tells the group that the planet is going to... Their home planet Vegeta is going to get blown up. He thinks about going back, but then Tora arrives. And he says that when Tora arrives, he says, he hears Bardock out on going back and helping out, but Tora says that what are they going to do? Like, they're not even powerful. They're not even powerful than Vegeta, and he's a kid. So he thinks that they should just get blown up, even though he still thinks it's wrong. But what are they gonna do? They're low-class Saiyans. What are they gonna do? Like, Bardock's the strongest at 15k. Like, what are they gonna do? They know that Frieza is way stronger than Bardock and Vegeta and King Vegeta. So they just stay there. They just hide out for like a couple weeks. They train and eat, train. At this point, Goku's like, actually, no, they do it for a couple weeks. Bardock gets bored. He goes to the next planet over, and he checks it out, but doesn't find any nothing. So he goes back to that planet, and he just waits, and he just sees everyone grow. And Fasha, she's grown quite a bit. She's caught up to caught up to Shigesh, and Shigesh is at 6,000 now, and Fasha is at 5,500, and Bolgos is at 5,450,000. Yeah. Tora is at 9,673. No, just 9,600. Yeah, 9.6. And he is honestly the smartest, probably. And so and Gine, she isn't doing much, Kakarot, he's starting to grow at this point, probably I would think so, So I would probably put him at like a solid 10 right now, because he's actually starting to do stuff. So I'm gonna put him at a 10 or a 5. Yeah, 5. Yeah. Now, Gine, she is basically living with people that are fighting all the time. Basically, And then, finally, she remembers about Raditz. Yeah, Raditz. And she just tells Bardock and them to at least try and go look for Raditz. Maybe for like a couple days or so. Or weeks. Or at least try, something. So Bardock and his gang go out into the stars and goes and looks for Raditz. Thankfully, their space pods have GPSs, which is bad but good. You'll see why it's bad soon enough. And they find Raditz, but Raditz is with Vegeta. Vegeta is with Nappa, and Nappa scouts them. Uses scouts their power level, and sees that they're way above his league, so he doesn't try and, fight them, because he's a dumbbell. Vegeta is amazed on how strong these low-class Saiyan warriors are. And Raditz is just amazed that his father could be so strong. And mad. Very, very mad. And so, that would probably take a toll on Vegeta. Definitely his pride. Because he's only like 3,000 strong, like 3,000 stronger than 3,000 power levels stronger than Bardock. I think I'm using the right words. Yeah. So, and because of that, wow, this is long. I ripped it apart. Along with that, Vegeta's pride is struck right in the heart. And he actually thinks of something that they should try and rebel against Frieza, even though the planet's already destroyed. So he thinks of something. They'll still work for Frieza, but and they'll occasionally go to that planet and train with them, And they do that. But let's skip a couple years. They're on a different planet now. They're on a much greener and lush planet sort of type of thing, like Earth, but not Earth because there's no humans. Earth is probably not gonna be a thing until like later. And so because of that, Bardock, Bardock, his power level, their power levels. Let me just say everyone's power levels. It's been like 2 years or so. So, power levels. Bardock's power level is 35,000. Vegeta's, because he doesn't really like that the low-class warriors are that far ahead. So he just trains a lot. And his power level is 39,000. Yeah, that seems good. 39,000, almost 44. Yeah, 40,000. And Shigesh's power level. No. Then it's Tora. Tora's power level is 32,000. Shigesh's is 29. No. Basha catches up with Tora. Basha is 31,000. Shigesh is 29,000. Bulgos also 29,000, and Nappa is 28.5 thousand. Hey guys, so I forgot about Pirates. Pirates' power is probably like, I want to put him 28,000, 28.8 thousand. And so, they think it's a good time, that it's around a good time to try and fight back on Frieza, set up a plan. So Tora talks with Vegeta. They agree on leading him to this green-looking planet called Namek. So they lead him to Namek, and they're going to lead him there, of course, and then they're gonna be hiding. And once he gets there, they're going to slowly kill all of the Frieza Force members slowly, and then they're gonna kill Frieza. Hopefully they do. And so, couple months pass, and they do it. They tell Frieza that there are these things called Dragon Balls, and they can wish you anything on this place called Namek. And he goes. Bardock and his squad are already there. They didn't bring Goku because Goku's still like 2 years old, 2, 3, yeah. And yeah, he's not doing great. He gets there. They're starting to slowly kill Frieza Force members. Frieza doesn't notice because he's dealing with the inhabitants of Namek. Those little green guys, Namekians. And while he's telling them, like killing them slowly, murderously, Vegeta's accompanying him, right? Yeah. And Vegeta, he's flying along with Frieza, and he's just occupying him for Bardock and his squad to kill everyone. But once all are dead, Frieza finally notices, because Blueberry escapes and flies to Frieza and tells him. And then Frieza, he calls the Ginyu Force, and they are coming. So Frieza doesn't worry, because he already knows that nothing's gonna happen to him, or so he thinks. And so Vegeta's like, oh god, oh no, the Ginyu Force is coming. And so therefore, he's like, Bardock Squad, they don't know about the Ginyu Force coming, and they are flying to get Blueberry to kill him, but then they don't realize that they're flying, and instead of running, flying gives off more energy, or raise their power level, or something like that. And so Frieza picks that up, flies over there, And he meets the Saiyans and notices that there's still Saiyans alive. So, therefore, he's mad that he didn't kill them all. Besides Vegeta and Nappa and Raditz. But he sees Raditz there, and Nappa, he sees Raditz and Nappa, so then he knows that Vegeta is with them. And behind him, Vegeta is flying in, and he kicks him in the back of the head. But he goes flying. Not flying, but flying a couple feet. But then he stops, whips around, and shoots Nappa. Yeah, shoots Nappa right in the chest. He falls in and dies. Then Vegeta makes an artificial moon. Raditz makes an artificial moon. They all turn into big ape. They all turn into Azarus. That's the name of it. And they all beat down on Frieza. They're all beating down on Frieza. And sad thing about this, Frieza is trying to get an opening so he can transform, but he can't. He absolutely can't. So he can't. But they can just plow down on him. They are plowing down on him. He is beaten and hurt. But Frieza finally gets an opportunity to break away. He powers up to his second form, but then he goes to his third form, shoots Raditz. Not Raditz, Borgos, because he's the weakest. He shoots Borgos' tail off, then knees him in the gut, and then elbows him in the head and kills him. Then he cuts all the tails off of the Ozarus besides Vegeta. He forgets about Vegeta. Then Vegeta goes like this, slam. He puts his hands together and slams his hands to the ground on Frieza. But Frieza just lifts his hand up and just puts it up, and then grabs his finger, then throws him. Yeah. They really don't know what to do. They're getting very mad because that plan didn't work, and the fact that he has other transformations, which is insane, So then Bardock gets an idea. If they go all out and at least try to almost kill Frieza, then he can contact Comet with his little radio that he took from one of the Cybermen guys to kill Frieza. So he radios Comet and he tells him to come here as quickly as he can, and because Frieza's there, so Comet sets a course for Namek. I know, it's yeah. So Comet is coming. Now all they have to do is hold him off. But then Frieza kills another dude, Shigesh. He kills Shigesh, then he kills Fasha, then he kills... Actually, no, he doesn't kill anybody else. Oh, he also kills Raditz. Then Bardock gets really mad, really ticked, and he explodes with anger. Then he turns Super Saiyan because his son died, his friends died, and then and so he turns Super Saiyan, and his power level is 1,750,000 because Super Saiyan is a times 50 multiplier, so 35,000 times 50 equals that. So, doesn't really do much, but yeah, he still gets his butt whooped, but at least it's enough to hold off Frieza, you know? He retreats, and because the Namekians realize that they're trying to help, so they come. One of them, a dude, small Namekian, flies towards one of them. Flies to Vegeta, heals him. He gets a Zenkai from it, so now he's 52,000. Actually, no. He got a Zenkai from almost dying, and he get turned into a million, so that's... Why not? So, then he gets a Zenkai from him being revived, so, therefore, power level is now... Let's go with 80k? 82k? Yeah. Then Vegeta, he blasts a key ball at Frieza. It hits him. He can't see because there's smoke. And he flies over to the little dude. He tells him to heal him. And he heals him, and he gets also a Zenkai. So now his Super Saiyan form is 5 million. You can do that math to find out what his power level is. So, Bardock and Vegeta are, fighting off Frieza, while little green dude and a couple of the Namekians survived. And then because of that, they are hidden in different spots, and when Vegeta, let's say Vegeta, he gets knocked down and majorly hurt, he carefully, slowly, very quickly goes over to a spot and gets healed by one of the guys and bursts out and keeps on fighting Frieza. At this point, Vegeta is still not a Super Saiyan. He's still getting his butt whooped, but his power level is now 160,000. Still nowhere near Frieza, but Bardock has caught up, sort of, because now his Super Saiyan is 102 million, and Comet has finally revived, but Vegeta dies to a beam, and some of the Namekians have died to Frieza, but there are still some, but they're staying hidden. And Comet arrives. He just has to power up a little bit, and then goes and punches Frieza, and he goes miles away. And he buys Bardock some time to use the Dragon Balls, because they collected the Dragon Balls, and Guru is not dead. So Bardock, he goes, revives everyone, then brings them to his green, the planet that they're on recently. Not Namek, and not the rock planet, but it was the other planet that they went to after the time skip. Yeah. And so he brings everyone there. Then he tells the dragon to make him stronger than Frieza, and he does. So now his power level is 165 million. Boom. And so him and Comet, mainly Comet, beat down on Frieza, and Bardock is the one to kill Frieza. Now Frieza is gone. Now they don't have to deal with him. Now, oh, whatever. Now Bardock goes back to the place, but before Frieza died, like a couple minutes before he did, he sent a ball, a big ball, to the center of the Earth, and now the planet's about to explode. So Bardock quickly goes to his ship and he gets away from the exploding planet, while Comet just gets in his meteorite ship and just leaves before the planet explodes, obviously. And yeah, that's sort of episode 3. But now, then whenever Bardock gets there, Tor is telling all the Namekians that this is their new home, and they will be sharing it with them.